Alright, what's up YouTube? We're over here at the Gobuku Studios. It's RZ and I got over here with me.
King Jock.
And we're about to do something a little different today. We're going to give our own personal tier lists on all the starters Pokemon from all the different generations of the games. Just a forewarning, personally I haven't played all of them, so some of this stuff is going to be a bit blind to me, but for the most part we're just going off of like favoritism, not really what's the best Pokemon. So yeah, you want to take it off, start from the beginning?
So we're going to do one by each generation. We're going to talk about all three at the same time because I cannot talk about the third generation without mentioning all three at the same time because that's my favorite generation.
And our tier list, by the way, goes from rank S down to F, so just so you guys know.
Well, D.
Or D, yeah.
We're going to D.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, so we're going to start with the first generation. Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. I personally have Venusaur at B.
Venusaur for me is going to be probably a C, just because I personally don't like those bigger Pokemon. I like my Pokemon to be more quick and agile.
It looks like a frog with a big flower on the back. It's average, though. I kind of like the little vine whip thing it's got going on. But other than that, it's just average. It's not terrible.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Ivysaur is pretty cool, especially in Smash Bros. But overall, and Bulbasaur is he's like a classic. But Venusaur to me just kind of always felt like he's just there, not doing much.
Yeah, he's okay. I put Charizard and Blastoise at A. I feel like just because it's like the first Pokemon, they're always iconic, but they just don't got that it factor to push them to S rank to me. They're just okay.
Let's see. I'll go for Charizard first. Charizard, I'm probably gonna put him at a B, just because he's very iconic. You know, I love it. Loved him in the show. Loved all what he did. For Blastoise, you know, I always loved. Love the water Pokemon of the starters. Usually, whenever they give me the choice, that's who I pick. So, I think Blastoise I'll probably group him in the same that you did with Charizard, and this time I'm gonna throw them both in the B rank. You know, he's bigger Pokemon, but I just love the water and the fact that he has freaking like tanks on the back of his shell he can shoot water out of.
Yeah, he's cool. He's just like he's okay. He's mad slow though, but he's okay. I think I only like him because he was Gary's pick. That's really it.
Alright.
So second generation, we got Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr. I personally think this is an upgrade from the first generation. It definitely is. But sad enough to say, Meganium is a D for me. Straight up. I just don't even know what they thought they was doing with that. Because Bayleaf looked like the third generation. I mean, the third evolved form was going to be a lot better. But it just turned into a dinosaur with a flower necklace on. Like, it just looks crazy to me.
I forgot Meganium even existed because I just thought Bayleaf was it. I mean, in the show, you pretty much see Ash's Bayleaf doing all the work most of the time. I don't even remember. Did he get a Meganium in the show? I don't even remember. He
barely evolved all his Pokemon. I think Charizard and like a handful of Pokemon evolved.
For me, Meganium's probably going to go pretty... I wouldn't say straight up D just because I like the typing. So I'm going to throw it at a C. And... because I also like Chikorita and Bayleaf. I think they're cool. For me personally, this list is taking all the evolutions into account, not simply just the third. So that's why that pushes it up the other two to a C instead of a D.
That actually is gonna affect my couple next choices. I think I have Typhlosion and I have Feraligatr both at A's because I think Typhlosion is cool. I mean, I like Cyndaquil a lot. I like Quilava a lot. But then Typhlosion just looks like a giant rat with a fire necklace on. But he's still cool, though. And then Feraligatr, I mean, he's scary looking. He's tough. I picked him when I played it, honestly. But I feel like his lower half is just too huge and he looks slow. Kind of like that Blastoise look. But I still like him, though.
I'll probably put Typhlosion. Damn, that's a tough pick. Typhlosion... yeah, you know what? I'm going to put him at an A. He deserves it. Going up there. And Feraligatr, on the other hand, you know, Totodile, I thought he was a funny Pokemon, but I never really thought of him as, like, cool or anything. Like, as cool as, like, Squirtle was in the original. So, probably, if I had to take into account all three, I think Feraligatr would go lower. And just because he's not as memorable for me, probably going to a C with Feraligatr.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue that at all. I understand what you're saying. But now we go to third generation. I have a lot to say about this.
I think this is probably both of our favorite generations.
Oh my, I played the second generation first as my first game. When I got third generation, I put like 300 hours in that game without even thinking about it. Probably like the first like month.
Oh yeah.
So to be honest with you, this is the best. This is the best trio. You got Sceptile, Blaziken, and Swampert. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Sceptile is an S, and I think Blaziken is an S. Swampert to me is honestly the only reason why Swampert is not an S is because it's middle stage Marsh Stomp. I think it looks like mad ugly. It looks like you know when Ditto copies Pokemon and it just keeps that stale face. I feel like that's what Marsh Stomp looks like. And if Marsh Stomp just had a better design, I'd probably put it in the S rank.
We should have mentioned this earlier, but we are not taking Megas into account, so it's just the straight up first to third evolution of all Pokemon. So with that being said, this is tough for me because I like all three of them. Swampert is a classic. You know, it's the first Pokemon that I remember could use Muddy Water and Mud Shot. Those are two of my favorite moves. I know they're not the best moves out there, but they're like my favorite moves going through the story. So Swampert easily S tier for me. The other two are a little bit more complicated. Sceptile, I honestly haven't had much like memories with. He's not horrible, so I'll definitely say B. Meanwhile, you got Blaziken on the other hand. Sky Uppercut. That's all you gotta say.
Straight up.
Sky Uppercut, Combustion Double Kick, and that's going straight up to S. So yeah.
You could beat the whole Pokemon League with Blaziken alone.
Wait, does Blaziken get a mirror move?
It has mirror move, double kick, blaze kick, and Sky Uppercut. It can literally hit anything.
We don't know. Like, I mean, personally, I don't really know my Pokemon knowledge anymore, but yeah, there's some stuff I remember, and that right there pushes that up to S tier for me.
Blaziken is my favorite starter, just hands down, period. Because I picked it, but
really?
Sceptile was like second.
Interesting.
So we're gonna go to the next, which is the fourth generation. We have Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I feel almost the same way about third generation with this one, except I love penguins. Those are my favorite animal. And Empoleon everybody don't like Empoleon, but I think Empoleon is tough. That is an S rank right there. That design is perfect. I didn't pick him because I didn't even know what the third stage looked like. I kind of had an idea what Chimchar was gonna end up, so I usually always pick fire anyway. Infernape, S rank. It's just like Blaziken, just a monkey, straight up. Torterra, bruh. I get that Venusaur feel when I look at Torterra, and I had to honestly put that in a C. It's really a turtle with a tree on its back.
Torterra probably is going to be a little lower. I'm gonna probably give it a C. Infernape, I will probably give an A. And finally, Empoleon. See, I like Piplup a lot. I think it's pretty cool, but I don't even remember what's the hell is the second form. Prinplup. See, they weren't even unique with the name. It's the same thing for me. Anyways, so I'm gonna probably get that one a little low. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't really have too many memories with the Pokemon, so I can't say whether or not I hate or love it. So I'm gonna throw that also into a C with Empoleon. And now we're going into the generation that I have no type of experience with.
Honestly, I don't either. I bought the game and I picked the what's the fire pig's name? Tepig. I picked him, and when he evolved to the second stage, I sold the game to GameStop. I was not having it. These ones these aren't the worst, but they're not that great. We have Superior, Embor, and Semirot.
Yeah.
This is hard because they're just not hitting.
All right, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, let RZ go first.
So Oshawott, you know, I liked him in I've seen him through the show because I still watch the show at Diamond and Pearl. That's where I stopped watching the show also. So I liked Oshawott. I thought he was a cool Pokemon. So I mean, I didn't really see his fully evolved form, but just looking at it, looks pretty cool. It doesn't look like anything special, but it's not like a low grade. So I probably bumped that one up to an A just off design alone. As for the other two, Embor, you know, I don't know, just doesn't fit. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that one Pokemon. What's the one? It's like a yellow in Ruby and Sapphire. The one that evolves into that smoke one. It's like an orange dude with a shell.
Oh, you talking about the camel?
Yeah, Dummel or something.
Yeah,
Dummel. I don't remember the name of it, but I'll probably put a picture of it. I hate that thing, and that's what Tepig reminds me of, kinda. I don't know why, because you just always run into that. Anyways, so that's gonna be a D, going all the way down with Embor there, and then finally Superior. Wow, I just realized what the name was, like Superior. Okay. Anyways, I think it looks all right. You know, I'll just give him a B. Got nothing else to say about it. Just yeah.
Now that he didn't spoke, it just reminded me of a few things that I really don't like about this generation. What he said about Ashwat, that's the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, Duat, that one looks really cool. That's a really good upgrade. But then I'm gonna show RZ. This is what you get after Duat. That it went from 2 feet to 4. It's not the worst, but it's not cool either. It just really is not cool. Like it looked like you're supposed to be a samurai. What samurai walks on all fours?
I mean, it kind of looks like a dugong that tried to be more dope.
Dugong sucks. So
saying.
I'm gonna give Samurai a B because I like the design of the other two, but they kind of messed up on the third. And Embor, I gotta give him a C. That's just it. I don't even know what to do with that. And Superior, he's a snake. I don't like snakes. Nobody in my family likes snakes. We are like terrified of snakes. He's getting even though I like Arbuck though, I ain't gonna lie. He's a D straight up, just garbage.
Damn.
How you start off? Was it the first one, Snivy?
Snivy, yeah.
Snivy with 2 feet, and then the feet just disappear, and then it becomes a snake. Horrible idea.
I don't know, man. Alright, so now we're going into what, 6th generation now?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6th generation. We have Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja.
Well, I will say this. I do like the design of Fennekin, the first starter for the that evolution chain. But by the time it gets to Delphox, it just looks like kind of scrawny. I know it's supposed to be like a feminine type Pokemon, like Gardevoir or something. But to me, it's just like, I don't know. I don't really see the appeal in it. In terms of like, you want your Pokemon to go and fight stuff, especially your starters. You want them to be Pokemon that you can like rely on and that type of stuff. And again, I haven't played the game, so I wouldn't really know if it's actually a good Pokemon or not. But just design-wise, I think Delphox probably is going to go a little lower on my list. C, not quite D, but definitely C. In terms of the other two, Greninja, obviously, he's a classic one that everyone knows, or not really classic, more so iconic. So I would probably give Greninja, he's going to be bumped up to S tier just because he's that dope.
Easily.
I mean, that might just be me following kind of like, what everyone's popular opinion is, but at the same time, it's Greninja. He's a freaking ninja. It's crazy. And then finally, Chestnut. I don't know. Chespin just looks kind of like he was meant to be annoying. So I think that's I don't really like that type of archetype they give to a Pokemon. I don't know if that's how it is in the show. But anyways, I'm going to probably give that evolution chain a B. Because while it's not horrible, there's also some stuff there that I'm just like, they could have done better with.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't know what RZ is talking about. Greninja is S rank, 3rd favorite starter of all time. Blaziken, Sceptile, Greninja, he's the 3rd, he's the S. The other two, D's, straight D's. They do not pass. D's, they are horrible. Chestnut, I don't even know what Chestnut is supposed to be anymore. Like, it looks like a man turtle, Ninja Turtle. That's what he looks like with no skill at all. He looks horrible. His coloring is really bland. He's just, I don't even know what that is. And Delphox looks like a girl going to prom with a magic stick in her hand that's on fire. It looks horrible. Like, I just don't even like. That's the easiest pick out of the starters. It's hands down got to be the easiest game to pick. You're not picking anything other than Greninja. If you pick Delphox or Chestnut, don't talk to me straight up. That's just how I feel about it. Those are horrible Pokemon. Seventh generation, we have Decidueye.
What the hell are these things? This is like the first time I've seen these.
Well, this is the final.
Oh, okay, I know Incineroar because of Smash Bros.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen the other two.
We have Decidueye, Incineroar, and Primarina.
Oh, damn.
It's not going to be too hard to explain in this. Go ahead, you go.
Yeah. Incineroar, Smash Bros. It's pretty dope. Not gonna lie, I like the wrestling archetype in general. I just think he's dope, so I'm gonna give that one straight up S. That could be me being biased towards the mainstream, but at the same time, I just like the wrestling archetype. I think that's really cool. Other two, just by looking at him, I mean, Decidueye, he doesn't look that bad. I won't give him a straight D, but I'm gonna give him a C. And then Primarina, I don't know what the hell that is, so I'm gonna just throw that one in D just because the first evolution looks like a stupid seal. I'm sorry to anyone who likes this Pokemon, but it's not for me.
If they switch Primarina with Greninja and for 6th generation, I would never play that game ever. That Primarina D. So Incineroar C, He's cool. I just feel like that luchador look is after Embor, like you could have chilled off. When Decidueye, I gave him an A. I like Decidueye. He looks really cool. I really like Decidueye.
And now we're moving on to probably the most controversial Pokemon game in a long while. 8th generation. We don't know the 3rd or 2nd evolutions of these Pokemon yet.
This is based off of just first stage of what they showed us so far.
So we have the grass type Grookey, the fire type Scorbunny, and the water type Sobble. You want to start this one off?
I'll start this off. Since Chimchar was really a good Pokemon that evolved into Infernape, I feel like the Monkey Fire one, I feel like Monkey Fire. I mean, the grass monkey, I feel like it's gonna end up looking cool, but based off of the looks of it, kind of trash looking. I ain't gonna hold you. It's kind of trash. I'm giving that a straight up B. Putting it right in the middle because I feel like it has potential, but they can mess it up because they've done it before.
That's probably my least one, actually. I'm gonna give that one a C because to me, you gotta get some experience and go into that. Actually want to fight people.
Straight up. But I'm gonna probably pick the fire one, Scorbunny, because I just feel like I like how they follow the Chinese the Chinese Zodiac. That's what they're going by. So they picked the bunny this time. I feel like he doesn't look all that great to me, but I don't think they're gonna mess him up that bad. So I'm gonna give him an A.
I think he's straight up gonna be Blaziken 2.0. He looks like he's gonna be a firefighting.
No, he's not.
That's what it looks like.
Don't let RZ fool you. He's not gonna be better than Blaziken.
No, I'm saying like in terms of what they're gonna make him. It looks like he's gonna be firefighting.
Oh yeah.
It looks like he's gonna use his feet to attack a lot. So I'm gonna say if it's a firefighting, that's a really good combo. I like that dual typing. So I'm gonna go with, you know what? As much as I have indifferent opinions towards Sword and Shield, I will say that this Pokemon looks like it has a lot of potential, and if they do it right, it's gonna be S tier. If they do it wrong, probably go to B tier. The other 2 evolutions are just pretty whack.
That's fair. Firefighting is a really good type, even though everybody's sick of seeing it 3-4 times in a row.
And finally, we have over here Sobble. Yo, honestly, he reminds me of that one Pokemon, Kecleon, the chameleon, because he turns invisible. And that thing, literally, you need the whatever it is in Ruby and Sapphire you get from that place to make him go invisible. Yeah, and it looks like they're just trying to copy that. I don't know. To me, this screams unoriginality. I don't care what people say. They could say, oh, the design is totally different, but this is literally a chameleon. We have a chameleon. I don't care what you're saying, that they ran out of ideas. This is just lazy to me, and for that reason, he's getting a straight up D.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to do him that dirty. He's got the Pikachu face, the shocked Pikachu face in this picture that they gave us. The last water, tadpole frog looking thing they did, we got Greninja, so I'm going to give him a B just because he has potential, but, Pokemon is known for messing stuff up. I mean, look at Jinx. That's all I'm going to say with that.
Damn. All right, then. Well, with that being said, those are our thoughts. Here's our final tier list coming up. And if you want to see more from us in the future, let us know if you want us to do other lists, maybe top 10s of certain generations or top 10s of certain regions or anything of that kind of sort. And other than that, this has been our tier list. These are our thoughts, and if you also want to let us know your thoughts, leave them in the comments below on what you think are the best and worst Pokemon out there for all the starters. With that being said, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll definitely be giving you more content in the future. So thanks for watching, and I've been RZ, and this has been
King Jock.
And we'll catch you in the next video. So until then, peace out.